This is Dan Seals with GeorgiaCountry.com. We were here with Cole Taylor, and we just did a photo shoot with Dwight Philpott with Photography by Dwight. You need to check out Photography by Dwight, one of the top photographers in the state. So check out his work. But here we're Cole hanging out, and Cole, you just coming off winning our Georgia Country Awards Artist of the Year.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about it and what kind of feedback you've had from that.
Oh gosh, it's been an experience. It's been great. I've had so much feedback and booking new venues. A lot more respect level has kind of came my way since winning the awards.
That's right.
I was blessed by a lot of fans out there voting every day, and my industry people voting for me for the overall. So it was cool.
Well, you know, the fans voted you male artist. So he was a two-time winner for the awards. The actual, and there was a little bit of confusion, but there was the actual for Artist of the Year at overall. That wasn't fan voted, but even more, that was industry voted.
Yeah.
We had radio, we had people in radio, I had people from the venues around the state that were voting for all those candidates.
Right.
So they put a lot of input and time and effort in voting.
And that's kind of the more place where I feel more blessed is the industry voting, because it means, like, you can have all the fans in the world, but in the industry too, you got to do something for both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I love all my fans that are voting, and then I love the industry people that are actually seeing what I'm doing and making it go.
Well, in the last couple of months, you moved to Nashville. Actually, this past week.
Last week I moved to Nashville. Yeah.
So tell us about that transition. What came up? How did you come to the conclusion that you needed to move to Nashville and why?
Songwriting's a big part of my career. So I needed to get up there to write more than I needed to get there to perform, because I can always come to Georgia and go perform from Nashville. Just be like me going somewhere else. It's just driving a little bit further. But the songwriters that are in Nashville is just what I needed. I mean, just this past week, I've gotten the chance to write with Tyler Farr, which is really cool. Right? And my writing ability is just skyrocketing since I got up there.
So building those connections and networking.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel, for the other artists out there seeing this, do you feel that if you wasn't a songwriter, if you were just a sheer singer, would it be beneficial to be in Nashville, or is it beneficial to be here in Atlanta and go back and forth? Maybe?
You know, it's hard to say. I mean, if you're just doing the artist thing, I would say just do your thing. Stay at your house with your parents. Do your thing where you don't have too many bills, and go ahead and go. Just hit the road.
Yeah, that's great. One thing we notice in your shows, you have a lot of even though you're young, you love the country from the 90s.
Yeah.
Who are some of the artists in the 90s that, now most of them are still big, Tim McGraw, Toby Keith, and George Strait and all that, but who are there that you really idolize and emulate or follow?
Garth Brooks is one of my idols. Shenandoah is my favorite band. And Travis Tritt's another one of my idols. And just, oh gosh, I could go on for days. Red Akins, Kenny Chesney, I mean, just Doug Stone. I have a lot of 90s influences, and what I want to do with my music is kind of put the 90s storytelling into a modern type of way of doing it. That's what I'm excited about recording my next record, because I figured out who I am as an artist. I just got to do it now. So.
Do you think, and this is talked about a lot in the last few years, do you think today's country music is so much different from 90s country?
I don't think it's different at all. Country music always tells a story. And I mean, even Red Solo Cup, that song told a story.
Right.
So I'm a firm believer of country music tells a story and it gets listeners. So with the country music today, the only thing that's different about it is the instruments that are being played. I mean, but it's still country music because it tells a story.
Okay.
And I'm a fan of all of it.
Well, speaking of music, you're working on some new material. Tell us about any upcoming songs, new songs, CD.
I'm working now. I'm writing a lot, and everything I write seems a little bit better. So I'm like, I want to hold off on putting out an album, but we're gonna put out a little EP sometime, maybe in the summer. So be looking for it. Okay. And maybe a little 4 or 5 song EP just to give the fans some new stuff to come out.
Since you're in Nashville now, are you got plans with the CMA Fest coming up this summer?
Yeah, I do. We have a autograph signing booth there.
Right.
In the I don't know the exact location yet, but I know we have that, and I don't know about performing yet, but I know I'll be there, I'll be around, I'll have the booth and all that. So.
Great. Well, we appreciate the time, Cole, and tell the fans where they can find your music and your schedule and where to see you at.
To ColeTaylorMusic.com, of course Twitter, Cole Taylor Live, and Facebook, Cole Taylor. So any place you can find music, you're gonna find myself. So see y'all on the road sometime.
Thanks, Cole.
Thank you, man.